I am heading to Hersheypark in just 1 week, and here's my sort of pre-trip ranking of all 14 of their roller coasters. This is the first of 2 episodes in a small series, and my pre-ranking of all Kings Island's roller coasters will come out very soon. And I hope to come back to these episodes after my trip ends and see what I got right and wrong. Starting off the list at number 14, we have Coco Cruiser. This is a small family coaster that looks like fun for the small kids in the family. One big step up from Coco Cruiser, we have Wild Mouse. The reason this ride is so low is because it is just a basic Wild Mouse layout, which I believe you can find at many other parks. 3 into the list, we have Trailblazer. This is sort of a forgotten mine train by Aerodynamics. This ride looks like a run-of-the-mill mine train, but it's a fairly decent ride. Next up, at number 11, we have Laugh Track. Laugh Track looks to be a fun spinning coaster with some great theming. Unfortunately, I tend not to be the biggest fan of spinning coasters, so I don't see this being a headline of the trip. At number 10, we have Comet, which is a massive step up from the roller coasters below it. Comet looks like a fun wooden roller coaster and actually just got some really cool looking trains that were unveiled at IAAPA. 5 into the list, we have Jolly Rancher Remix. If I ride it, JRR would be my very first Vekoma Boomerang, and it looks to be probably one of the better ones out there. This is mostly due to the new trains with the Vesta restraints and the admittedly pretty cool theming. At number 8, we have Super Duper Looper. Apart from having an amazing name, Super Duper Looper was one of the very first roller coasters to go upside down. While it has a mostly, dare I say, boring layout, I think the name and its status give it some brownie points in my opinion. Next up on the list is Lightning Racer. This is really when the roller coasters start to turn into good rides. Lightning Racer looks like a fun dueling roller coaster with some nice forces. I really enjoy these Millennium Flyer trains, which definitely help this ranking. At number 6, we have Fahrenheit. This looks like an incredibly unique Intamin roller coaster with some of the craziest forces and inversions that the company has ever made. Fahrenheit is probably the most unique roller coaster I'm riding of the entire trip. Charging into the top 5, we have Great Bear. Sticking with the theme of uniqueness, Great Bear looks to be one of the most unique B&M inverts around. I actually really like this model and can't wait to ride more, and that's why I have Great Bear even above Fahrenheit in my rankings. At number 4, we have Candemonium. Candemonium is probably the most polarizing B&M hyper. Depending on the person, it can be one of the best or even one of the worst of the model. Generally, the biggest criticisms about the ride have to do with the relatively short length. Now, this will be my first B&M hyper, and at the end of the trip, I will definitely try and compare it to Diamondback and Orion at Kings Island. Now in the top 3, we have Storm Runner. I love launch coasters, but I've never done anything quite as powerful as a hydraulic launch. I'm actually kind of scared of the sheer intensity of the launch, because it'll be my first time riding something like that. That being said, Storm Runner looks like a powerhouse of a ride, and is definitely one of my most anticipated roller coasters of the trip. Starting off our top 2, we have, drumroll please, Wildcat's Revenge. I love the 2 RMC iBox roller coasters I've done to date. I mean, Steel Vengeance and Iron Gwazi go flawlessly 1-2 in my overall rankings. I expect Wildcat's Revenge to be of that quality, but just slightly less good due to its lower height and less elements. Wildcat still looks like an awesome ride that is sure not to be missed out on. And my number 1 roller coaster of all the pre-trip rankings, even including Kings Island, is going to be Sky Rush. Possibly the most polarizing roller coaster ever created, Sky Rush looks like an absolute beast of a ride. And the fitting of those awesome over-the-shoulder lap bars from Intamin that are awesome is just a huge plus. I love an intense ride with crazy forces, and Sky Rush looks like just that. And oh, by the way, some of the new theming that they added in the station looks amazing. And that sort of explains why I have it at the top spot on this list. And that concludes my pre-trip ranking of all the 14 roller coasters at Hersheypark in Hershey, Pennsylvania. If you enjoyed and like to see my video on Kings Island as soon as it comes out, be sure to subscribe. See you next time, and bye.